If you lean on me, Jesus said, if you lean on me, Jesus said, if you lean on me, I won't let you fall. If you just lean on me. Jesus said, if you lean on me, Jesus said, if you lean on me, Jesus said, if you just lean on me, I won't let you fall. If you just lean on me, I'll bear your burden. If you just lean on me, I'll bear your burdens. If you just lean on me, I know how to bear your burdens. If you just lean on me, I won't let you fall.
So Valerie said she didn't feel like it, but I told her to do it anyway. You'll feel better. When you do, when you just let go and let God, God will make you feel better. You just don't know how many times I've stood up here and didn't feel like it. But I promised the Lord. I promised him if he just give me strength in my body, I'll stand even if I have to stand by myself. God won't let you fall. That's good news. He won't let you fall. If you just lean on him. And I don't know about y'all, but there have been many times I just had to lean on him. I just had to lean on him. When you get in trouble, sometimes you just have to lean on him. When you go to the doctor and the doctor give you bad news, sometimes you just got to lean on him. You just have to lean on him. In other words, all you saying, I'm trusting you, God. I'm trusting you, God. I'm trusting you. No matter what come my way, I'm trusting you.
Amen. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. You know, I done leaned on some other folk before, and they let me down. I lean on mama, but mama got tired of me leaning on him. You know how it is sometimes with your kids now. You get tired of them leaning on you. You be saying, when you gonna stand up on your own? Come on, somebody. Amen. God is a good God. We're not going to be before you long today. We thank y'all, the ones that made your way today, press your way. Even though it's raining on the outside, but you know something? It's just a good time for the Lord.
Amen.
We're not going to be before you long today, but just as long as the Spirit say so. Ushers Association today at Wolf Creek County line. John chapter 6. Going to look at verse number 6, but going to go on down later on to deal with 6 through 9. Amen. But I want to just deal with 6 right now. John chapter 6 and 6, but this he said to test him, for he himself knew what he would do. Can I say that again? Go ahead. But this he said to test him, for he himself knew what he would do. And just for a few moments, I want to talk from the subject, he's testing me. He's testing me. Verse 6 said, but this he said to test him, for he himself knew what he would do. I want to talk for a few moments, testing me. Just look at your neighbor and tell them, said he's testing me. Well, that neighbor didn't seem enthused. Find you another neighbor and tell them he's testing me. Brothers and sisters, there are moments, there are times and seasons where God will allow certain unwanted and unenjoyable situations to come your way. Amen. This one thing I understand, Mike, he does not let bad things come our way with the intention of destroying us. Amen. But God knows that there's some stuff in bad stuff that God, that doesn't destroy us, but it develops us. Amen. It's only when you have went through some tests in your life that you are able to look back and develop the progress that you have made. Amen. And the sign that you pass some of your tests is that the fact that you are able to deal with some stuff better than you could in the past. The truth of the matter, not long ago, God will send some kind of test your way. Sometimes God will test you with different people, places, and things. Not long ago, the smallest thing you would have you went through, there have been times that you would have cussed some folk out. Can I get a witness here? But now that you are growing in God, some of the stuff that you used to set you off, now you are able to laugh at him. You have to learn how to feel. Lord, help me here. You're going to have to learn how to let God fight your battle. That was a time you would have got some folk told, but now you know how to hold your tongue. Can I get a witness here? You're able to set beside people when you know that they don't like you. You're able to help folk when you know that they just had bad mouth you. You're able to do this because you're growing. Look at your neighbor and tell them, I am growing. I am growing. Can I get a witness here? I'm not saying that I am all that I ought to be, but I'm better than what I used to be. And every test that comes my way, God help me to pass the test. Some of y'all ain't talking to me this morning when I said I ain't what I used to be. Can I get a witness? And I ain't what I should be, because you want me to think that you got it all together. But the devil is a lie and you are too. Can I get a witness here? The truth of the matter is that sanctification is a process, but salvation is instantaneous. Let me say that again. Sanctification is a process, but salvation is instantaneous. That means you can get saved right now. But in order to live a sanctified life, sanctification ain't when you wear skirts down to the floor. Can I get a witness here? Because see, that's what some folk think that sanctification is. Because I have seen some hoochie mama wear some skirts to the floor. Can I get a witness here? Sanctification don't have anything to do with what you wear, but sanctification comes from the inside. Can I get a witness here? Some stuff I used to do, I don't do them anymore. But it is only after you pass some tests that you are able to look back. And sometimes God will send some stuff your way because God have been hearing you say how much you love him. God have been hearing you say how much you are satisfied with Jesus. God have been hearing you tell everybody, don't worry, be happy. Sometimes God will put you to the test where you have to practice what you preach. Y'all gonna help me here? Y'all ain't talking to me. Tell your neighbor it's just a test. I know it's rough, but God said it's just a test. Oh, shucks here. If you can just make it through the night, it's just a test. For a moment, look with me if you don't mind. Look with me. I want to show you that the testing that is taking place in the text, it opened with Jesus is back in Galilee. The crowd have joined together to hear this man Jesus. This man is phenomenal. This man is captivated. They said, we have never heard a man like this. Well, when did the man come? Where did this man come from? People would leave their home to come and hear Jesus. They wanted to hear him preach a new message. Jesus have gotten so popular that nearly over 5,000 folk have packed the place to see him. Y'all gonna pray with me? People came to see him. You know, the problem in our churches is we got more celebrities and not enough servants. The people came to see Jesus. Well, watch this. The people who came didn't come seeking his fame, but they came seeking his hand. All right. Can I get a witness here? It wasn't about who he was. They just wanted what they could get. Y'all gonna pray with me here? You know that the crowd is still around the church today, Reverend Albert. They still around. You know, they come to church not wanting Jesus, but wanting what Jesus got. Can I get a witness here? If you start seeking God's faith, his hands come along with him. Can I get a witness here? But see, you got to understand here, you just want part of the package. You don't want the whole package. Here it is. They have been sitting here all day. The kids are restless. The disciples are impatient. And now it's just right for Jesus. There are a few things that I see in this text here. In verse 5, there is a bread problem. There's a bread problem because Jesus turned to Philip and said to him, man, where we're going to get bread so that all these people can eat? He said, I can't just feed them spiritually and not feed them physically. Y'all gonna help me here. If my lights are off, I don't need your prayers. I need you to help me pay it. Can I get a witness here? See, if my lights is out in my house, some people come telling me Jesus is the light of the world. Don't come telling me Jesus is the light of the world, because I know that he's the light of the world, but right now I'm in darkness and I need a little help. Can I get a witness here? See, you got to understand here that what is it to walk up to a homeless man who asks you for $1 for a sandwich and you tell him, I'm praying for you. See, sometimes the answer to your own prayer is in your pocket. Can I get a witness here? It's a bread problem. Jesus is present, and Jesus is present, and you still got a bread problem. Jesus can be present and you still have some problem. Can I get a witness here? You need to understand that if Jesus is still there, you can have a problem, but Jesus knows you got the problem. Can I get a witness here? See, you got to understand that there's a bread problem here. John sit back and he recorded this message. Jesus said to him, where we are going to get bread that we can feed. He already knew that what he was going to do, but he just tested him to see what he was going to do. And see, sometimes God tests us just to see what we are going to do, just to see if we're going to stay steadfast, unmovable, always abiding in the word of the Lord. But the text says he knew what he would do. God helped me to deal with things that we don't understand. Can I get a witness here? But see, Andrew there find a solution to the problem. See, you got to understand here that not only do we have a bread problem, but the next thing is we have a budget proposal. We got a budget proposal because if you look right there in verse number 7, here said, Philip answered and said, 200 denarius worth of bread is not sufficient for them, that every one of them may have a little. See, in other words, he made a proposal to them to tell them, the budget proposal said, I don't care if you ain't got but 200 pennies worth, we still ain't going to be able to feed all these folks. See, you got to understand here, but not only that was that a budget proposal, but see, sometimes God will put you through the test just to see what you're going to do. Sometimes God will put you through the test just to see if you're going to help somebody. And see, some of you got the right to help somebody. Some of you can help somebody, but you won't help nobody because you know what? They get it like I got it. But if God tells you to be a blesser, you need to learn how to be a blesser. God tells you to help somebody, you are not mind helping somebody. Can I get a witness here? But see, and not only do I see a bread problem, not only do I see a budget proposal, but then I see a boy there. I see a boy there present. In verse number 9, there, it lets us know there is a lad who has 5 barley loaves and 2 small fishes, but what are they among so many? See, y'all thinking catfish. It wasn't no catfish. It wasn't no big tilapia. It wasn't no salmon, but it was like a little sardine. The little boy just had 2 little sardines, and you know the little wafer crackers that you have. See, he just had 2 fish and 5 little loaves, just enough to feed himself. But you know something? I told you, but sometimes God will test you to see if you are willing. And when he began to look around, he found this little lamb. He found this little lad, and he gave it to him, and he brought it to him. And see, you know something? I don't care if you ain't got but a little, but when it's in the right hand, a little go a long way. Can I get a witness here? When you get your little check, if you use it the right way, if you bless the Lord, if you give to the Lord, I promise you God will show you how to stretch it. God will show you how to take little to make more. Can I get a witness here? You know how mama and them did it. Mama and them didn't make very much, but mama and them knew how to stretch it out. Can I get a witness here? Mama and them knew how to make some biscuit bread and then turn around and make a whole cake. And then mama and them knew how to cook a chicken, but then not only did they cook the chicken, but they put some gravy to the chicken. In other words, to stretch it out. Can I get a witness here? Because if you didn't have enough chicken, you had enough gravy to swap with the biscuit. Can I get a witness here? And see, that's the kind of God that we serve. See, God, y'all don't know nothing about him. Y'all in these Burger King ages, everything you want it your way. But if you just let go back and look back, you just look back. See, you couldn't say, I didn't like this. I don't want that. I can't stand that. See, you had to eat what was before you and don't say nothing. Or you went home or you went to bed with the growls. Y'all know what the growls is? You go to bed when your stomach is growling because you wouldn't eat what mama cooked. Can I get a witness here? But I believe I ought to tell you, if your stomach growl enough, if it growl enough, you'll start to eat something. Can I get a witness here? You may not like peanut butter, but if your stomach growl enough, I guarantee you'll go get that job. Can I get a witness here? You may not even use bread. You may even use crackers. Can I get a witness here? But what I'm trying to tell you, that he is testing me. Yes, sir. All right. Yes, sir. See, the little boy, he took the little 2 fish. Can I get a witness? He took the 2 little fish and he blessed it and began to break it up and began to tell them all, say, sit down. All of you, just sit down. Just sit down. Just sit down. Oh, shucks, I forgot. We don't do that no more. Can I get a witness? Families don't do that no more. They don't sit down and eat no more. But see, you know something? He told them to sit down. And he sat down and he began to pass it out. He began to give a little fish to Albert. Began to give a little fish to Melissa. Give a little bread to Mike. Can I get a witness here? But see, you know something? After a while, he had got to everybody. And everybody was saved. And then when everybody was saved, they began to pick up the fragments. They began to pick them up, and when they began to pick up the bread, you know what? You still had some left over. Can I get a witness in him? Is there anybody here that know that you can have leftover? I want to know today, can you handle the test? Can you handle the test that God got before you? See, sometimes God will put you through some tests. Sometimes it's some hard tests. He tell you to give up your right for somebody else's wrong. You know that's a hard test. Can I get a witness him? And he tell me to love those that spitefully use me. You know that's a hard test. Can I get a witness him? He tell me to love my enemies. That is a hard test. It's hard to love somebody when somebody won't love you back. Can I get a witness him? I need you to understand him that God is testing me. God, every day of my life, God is testing you. He's trying to see if you gonna come. He's gonna trying to see if you will still come to church even when you don't feel like it. He want to see if you'll still sing even when you don't feel like saying to see if you'll preach even if you still don't feel like trying to see if the deacon will still come and pray even they don't feel like it. Can I get a witness him trying to see if the church will be committed even though they don't feel like even though they don't see everything. But you know something, he's testing me. He's trying to see if I will be what he want me to be. See, in the army they told me to be all you can be. And you know something, if I can be all I can be for the army, I can be all I can be for the Lord. Because you know something, if I mess up in the army, they'll give me a dishonorable discharge. But if I mess up with Jesus, he'll give me another chance. He'll give me another chance. Won't he give you another chance? I said he's testing me. But the lie, I done failed some tests. But God gave me another chance. I done failed some tests. I done passed some tests. I've been knocked down before. Is there anybody in here other than me that can say I failed some tests? I failed some tests. I failed some tests. But you know something? I'm still on the battlefield. I failed some tests. I was knocked down sometime. I was criticized sometime. I was mistreated sometime. But you know something? God still said, that's my boy. He said, that's my daughter. I still love him. I'm still depending on you. See what I'm trying to get you to understand. Keep on standing even though you get tired. Keep on standing. I know you may have some problems in the home, but keep on standing because God is testing me, trying to see if you will hold out. I just need to ask a question before I go to my seat. Is there anybody that gonna hold on? Is there anybody gonna trust the Lord? Is there anybody gonna go on through your test? Gonna go on through your test. Go on through your test. You know what? If you just go on through your test, at the end of the test, let me tell you what he'll say. Servant. I said servant, well done. You've been faithful. You kept the faith. You fell down sometimes, but you got back up again. You missed the mark sometimes, but you kept on standing. Come on up. Come on up. He's testing us. All of us in here are going through some tests. Your test may be a medical problem. Your test may be you lost a loved one. Your test may be you don't have a job and God want to see if you still going to trust him. Some of you may be waiting on some results. And God said, you know something, I'm going to still see if you just going to stay steadfast. I'm going to see if you're going to still just wait. I'm going to see how long you going to wait. Are you going to hold on? See, God is testing us. Let me tell you something. I don't care how much money you got, God still will test you. You can live up on the houses, up on the hill. God will still test you. You can be the pastor of the church. God will still test you. You can be a police with a gun. God still will test you. Now you just look at this. Got a lot of bus drivers here. But as you driving down, these kids sometimes will test you. Driving these big trucks down there, these folk will test you to the no ever end. They'll whoop across in front of you and then give you a bird at the same time. Oh yeah. You know, I said, Dave, I know some of you done did it before too. But see, they'll try you. They'll try you. Even at me being your pastor, they'll even try me and then turn around and say, I thought you was a pastor. I thought you was a preacher. Well, you telling me what you thought I am. What are you? Huh? You sitting here cussing me and think, you gotta be glad I done overcome. Huh? And I ain't gonna be too many of them now. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I ain't gonna be too many of them.
All right. Amen.
Get you told and still be safe.
Yeah.
Hello, somebody. Ain't none of y'all acting like y'all ain't never did it. You ain't never had to get somebody told. You got somebody told and still say, praise the Lord. Lord, I still love you. Yeah, get them told and say, may the Lord bless you real good. Hello, somebody. He is testing me. All of us in here, God will test us to see what we are going to do, to see how we are going to handle it. But if you just hold on just a little while longer, he will say, servant, well done. He tested them with the bread and the fish just to see. He said he already knew what they were going to do. He knew what they were going to say. He already know. And the thing about it, God already know, Jackson, what you going to do. He already know. He know. He already know if you going to stand or not. But he said, I'm going to send it your way anyway just to see if you going to stand. I have been through so many different tests this year. Got weak along the way. But the choir told me all I had to do was just lean on him. And that's why I'm able to go just a little further. Because I didn't lean on man. I lean on the Lord. And I just want to tell you, while you're going through your test, lean on him. Keisha, I know you've been blessed with a promotion on your job, but just lean on the Lord. Because some of those folks, they're going to come at you. First of all, they don't like it because you got the promotion and they didn't. Yeah, I'm just thinking about that time when you said you was doing inventory and you looked all day long for that one piece of paper. All day long. Somebody hid that paper. But God allowed you to go through it because he needed to teach you some things. Don't trust everybody. Because everybody ain't happy for you. Everybody don't want to see you